Human sacrifice in the Mayan culture. The Mayans used sacrifice to please Kanish-Ehu, the Mayan sun god. The ultimate sacrifices were blood, animals, and humans. The ritual of giving blood to Kanish-Ehu is called bloodletting, which was a mandatory and daily ritual. And giving a heart to him, they would cut the heart out of a living host's chest. This was also an everyday occasion. The Mayans would sacrifice an animal or a human every day, and if they didn't, they believed the sun would not rise. Blood was the most sacred thing in the Mayan culture, and was a regular sacrifice to the gods in the form of bloodletting. Bloodletting was an everyday ritual by high leaders and priests in which they would pierce a soft spot of their body, most commonly the ear or the tongue. They would then either smear the blood on a sacred statue or collect the blood in a piece of paper, then burn the paper. Bloodletting was also a medical treatment to remove disease from one's blood. The Mayans would often sacrifice common animals such as deer, dogs, and birds, or they would sacrifice exotic animals such as jaguars and alligators. However, the ultimate sacrifice to Kanish-Ehu was a human sacrifice. The victims would either be a slave or a war prisoner. If the victim was a war prisoner, the sacrifice would be to the deity who had blessed them with the victory. The Mayans would mark the victim with blue dye, and then they would either kill them with an arrow shot into their heart, or they would have their limbs held down by 4 people and then be placed on a sacrificial mound. The priest would then remove the heart from the victim's chest by cutting open the victim's chest with a ceremonial knife and pulling the victim's heart out. They would then collect all the blood into a bowl, decapitate the victim, and throw the head and body down the temple steps for the amusement of the audience. The Mayans would even sacrifice children on rare occasions, such as the opening of a new temple, the beginning of the Mayan calendar, and the rise of the new king. These rituals are very severe and bizarre to us, but they were normal and vital to the Mayans. Bloodletting and sacrifice were an extreme part of the Mayan culture because if they didn't do these rituals, in their minds the world would end.